Coffee with Andy and family. Hi guys.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Happy Christmas Eve.
Happy Christmas. Isn't that what they said in Coming to America?
Yes.
Christmas movie, Coming to America.
No.
Let's debate this one.
No.
We've already established
The Die Hard is not a
that
Christmas
Die Hard
movie.
is a Christmas
Die Hard
movie.
is a Christmas movie.
Just because it takes place at Christmas time does
It does
not
not matter.
make it a Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movie.
I can't believe there's no snow up in those mountains.
Mom, we gotta watch that movie I said last night. Scrooge.
Okay.
Scrooged?
No,
Yeah.
what was it
The
called?
Bill
Christmas,
Murray.
No, A Christmas Carol.
A Christmas Carol? A Christmas Carol.
No, Christmas Carol.
I'm watching Scrooged with Bill Murray. And his brother is also in there.
Oh, is he?
Yes. So Bill Murray has two brothers that are actors, and he was in Caddyshack with both of them, which is pretty cool. But we digress. It is,
Yes, we do.
we always do, don't
We
we?
do.
So it's Christmas Eve. It's not Christmas Eve anymore, or Eve. I mean, this is the show.
Except this year, there's really no show,
It's fine.
and that's what we wanted to talk about.
Well, we want to talk about that. We want to talk about Burr. It's cold.
It's very cold.
It was 8 degrees when we woke up this morning.
So we are in our van, and our van has frost on the inside of the windows right now.
That wasn't there when we got in. It's
That's
all
because
over.
we got a car full of hot air back there. Well, your window isn't escaping from it all. Sorry. Just trying to...
You saying I'm a hothead or
It's
something?
good. It's good. I got it. Hey, it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
So Georgia roads are much better than South Carolina roads. I'm just
Until
gonna.
you get down into Atlanta.
Yeah, well, we're not packing heat, and we don't have flak jackets on. Tracy turned on the news this morning. She's enamored with the
I had
TV
on the
again.
Today Show.
She's enamored with the TV again. And the happy local news came on.
Yeah. And my 20-year-old was in bed trying to sleep, and I was like, turn that crap off. Even if he's not awake, he doesn't need to be absorbing all that.
It was like 16 shootings being reported in a row, back to back to back to back.
Do you remember when we first moved here? Like, if there was a murder somewhere in the surrounding area, we were like, okay, time to move.
Go lock the door,
Like,
which we never locked.
You missed.
All
I
the,
remember, like, my parents would be like, there was a shooting in Atlanta. Are you anywhere near it? I'm like, no, it's okay.
that's like 40 miles from
You're
here.
doing something you missed.
But it was just so odd.
You don't go to your door and say you missed.
Micah said you should run out the door and yell, you missed.
Video.
That's
So
funny.
I'm styling my Deadpool hat this morning.
Are we having a conversation about the fact that we've been here for how many days and you haven't brushed your teeth?
No, he does have one.
Me, I did. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's going at me for that.
Okay.
Gross. Boys are
If
gross.
you need a toothbrush, just ask.
I mean, I don't know why I really said that.
So anyway, I'm wearing my Deadpool hat because Deadpool is good for the whole year. And Tracy looked at me earlier
Y'all are on
and said,
camera.
"Hey, your hat looks like a
Oh my gosh, look at
The
that.
top of an empty condom.
top of an empty condom." Thanks,
Probably not
sweetie.
what I would know. Pull your hat down. It was like perched up on the top of your head.
So we're heading over to visit Aunt Steph, Uncle Tom,
Hey, did you find the Christmas present?
Midshipman Woodard, and
And we have Aunt Steph's Christmas present with us.
you can show it because you're not going to see it before. Aunt Stephanie hates
Buc-ee's.
the thought,
I mean, how
the
do
concept
you hate Buc-ee's?
of Buc-ee's.
So for Christmas, she's getting a Buc-ee's shot glass. Oh, it says it's a beaver.
It's a beaver. So Tracy's wearing the Buc-ee's beaver sweater. It's really kind of a sweatshirt.
But really, it's the whole ensemble here.
It is.
Can I show?
You can.
Okay. Because, the Buc-ee's isn't tacky enough all on its own. It goes with the tacky Christmas leggings. It does not go together. But that's my contribution to the beauty of Christmas.
So
Back to the beauty of Christmas.
we were driving along. We were talking about in Christmases past when we've surprised our kids with big gifts, and Nick asked a question about
The trampoline.
one of the trampolines, because my kids have worn out like 3 trampolines over the years. You ask, how do you wear out trampolines?
Lots of jumping.
Lots and lots of jumping.
No, mostly we played soccer with them.
And basketball and soccer
And like 7 or 8 kids on the
and
trampoline.
when they do the WWA or what is it called?
WWE,
No,
SmackDown.
the mixed martial arts, the MMA tag in on the trampoline.
And they play popcorn and everything else. But anyway, Nick's like, we went to bed that night. There wasn't a trampoline. How did you do a trampoline in the middle of the night? Funny he asked that. Because that year, I remember distinctly, it was 10 degrees.
Probably about the same.
It was
Very
about
cold.
the same. It was really cold. And we set up one year in our driveway. The next time, when we had to replace that one 3 years later, we set it up in our neighbor's yard. And Chris came out for a little bit
We
of
did it in the neighbor's yard because Chris let us hide everything in his garage.
He did. And he was out of town that year.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we
I
also
think he had just come
staged
back.
forced air propane heaters that year that we like shivered in front of while we would. If you've put together a trampoline, you know that you bang your hands and your fingers and you got to pull those springs and you've got to tighten everything and the bolts never line up, especially when it's cold. So we
Yes.
do all of that for you kids.
What, Mike?
Was
What?
that the one when May helped you?
That was different.
That was a different year. So we always had very helpful elves. So when you've got how many kids in your house, and it would vary.
200, 3,000.
It would vary. And one year we had, well, no, more than one year. Like Nick and Riley came to us on December 18th or something, the year that they came.
Correct.
And it was this mad scramble to get Christmas together for 2 children that we didn't even know. Had no idea what they had, wanted, liked, needed, nothing. Yeah, that was
But we pulled it off
with a lot of help from friends.
with a lot of help from friends. But I'm circling back to this. We've talked about big Christmases in the past, and this Christmas is more about just spending time with each other. And the kids are finally old enough and to a point in maturity where I think they kind of understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that I am. The lake is a little bit frozen.
No, it's not.
Yeah, up in that cove. And there's mist blowing off the lake. So that we're driving over Lake Lanier, which,
Oh, wow.
look how pretty, guys, look. Wow.
Pick this up. Show 'em.
I've never seen our lake look like that before. Oh, wait, wrong way. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but. So that's Lake Lanier, which is, I don't know all the statistics of it, but it's a very large lake where a lot of people sail,
A lot of people die.
large boats.
Corps of
a lot of people do die on this lake.
A Corps of
unfortunately.
Engineer manufactured lake.
Yeah.
So they flooded 3 towns when they built this lake.
Very, very big lake. And yeah, there's little frozen spots on that lake. Wow, that's kind of cray-cray.
So we've checked in on our boat this morning remotely, and it was 19 degrees back in Charleston. The coldest spot that I saw on our boat was under the port aft bed in the engine bay, and it was 44 degrees. The rest of the boat is open. We've got the heat pump running. It's in the low 60s in the boat, so it's not a huge temperature differential, so it's not going to sweat as much. We're not exhaling. It's actually probably pretty dry with the humidity so low.
But you know what it's time for?
To get south.
It is time to
Daily double
head south. Oh, for those that you don't know, this is Avery. This is my darling, precious firstborn baby. Isn't he so cute? I just love him.
Rub on his scruff for a minute.
Yeah, this is all just a little bit strange. He's got this big old beard and all this long hair. And this morning, I felt him come in the room, and usually Micah comes in the room and like suplexes me in the morning, but I was already awake, and I heard somebody coming in and little feet prints. And then I felt the bed start to move, so my whole body tensed up because I was ready for the suplex. And then I realized it was Avery climbing into the bed.
He was asleep in
sweetly
like
beside
15
me.
seconds.
He slept on a chair in the living room last night, which was not the best night's sleep apparently.
Did you not
He never
sleep
had.
well, Avery?
He didn't go to sleep till like 4.
I don't know that that was a result of the chair, because he can fall asleep anywhere.
Can he though? Is he you?
That's not
No, he doesn't sleep like you do. He sleeps like I do.
You said you sleep in your gaming chair.
You'll see all the ice
Yeah,
around the edge of the...
okay.
Look,
No,
look,
I don't
look.
think you understand how comfortable these racing chairs are, man.
Look at the tree over here frozen in the water. Oh. The boys have so much frost on their window they can't see out of it. That's funny.
Oh. I've got to put together a video maybe later today. I've got to splice it together. Tracy made our friend Rebecca's grandmother's
I think so.
eggnog recipe,
So good.
which took an hour because it was 24 eggs. She whipped that in the KitchenAid for 30 minutes. Everything else together, we'll just say a lot of booze. Can we just leave it?
Riley goes, I mean, yeah, you couldn't even taste the eggnog.
I don't like eggnog, and I like this stuff.
You worked so hard that you couldn't even taste the egg.
So
Oh,
good.
it's so good. And then the egg whites, those were in the mixer for another 25 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was my first successful egg white stage, and yeah, like it's a very precise chemistry that has to happen. And the last time I tried to make stiff peak egg white, I actually had some egg yolk, like a tiny bit of egg yolk in my bowl, and I didn't realize until after it wouldn't do its thing that destroys, it won't work. So this time I was very careful to pop my eggs over a different bowl to not contaminate my egg whites, and it actually worked.
I've got some slow-mo video of the egg yolks being whipped, and they're just this big foamy wonderfulness.
Yep, yep.
I'll post a bit later. But we're having a great visit so far.
There's a Hobie cat in the backyard.
Yeah, there would be ice sailing
Ice
today.
sailing? No, thank you. Yeah, it's a little chilly. So we're on our way to visit Aunt Steph and Uncle Tom and Maddie and David and have some Christmas, spread some Christmas cheer.
Singing loud for all to hear. Hey boys, anybody have anything they want to say to our adoring fans? Like Steven and
Those are friends.
Like
Yeah.
all the people you can
Hey,
name.
Steve.
I got something to say to Stephen Luttrell. We're coming for you, but we ain't hanging out there long. So y'all gotta we gotta come up with a plan, guys.
2 weeks, so.
can you get a VPN that says that you're in the country?
Ooh. Nah, I don't think that would work for him. He doesn't have to leave the country, but we could all go down to the Keys for a little while.
We can go down to the Keys.
All right, so we'll talk.
Cash Sailing Isla.
Yeah, we gotta talk to the Cashios, see when
We
they're
gotta
gonna be
talk to
ready to
you guys.
roll. We gotta come up with a plan so we can optimize our time in the Bahamas at the optimum time to go.
Michael, I got to talk to you about putting that shunt on, and we're going to get you where you can monitor your stuff like we can, save some money on the Servo SGX. Who else do we need to talk to? Makile and Rebecca. Love you guys, miss you guys. Merry Christmas Eve.
Y'all better be ready for some the castles of Burgundy when we get back.
Well, we're going to throw some smack down on knocking the nav gear out. We're throwing that autopilot on. I'll call you about that later. And yeah, other than that, Merry Christmas from the Duncans.
Yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas.
Spay and neuter your pet.
And spay and neuter your pets, Micah says.
Merry Christmas, Messi.
Happy birthday if it's your birthday.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
Happy birthday, Eve, Jesus.
Amen.
All right,
Okay,
we're out.
we're out.